Hello there. If you're here, then you're sitting in that space of, did I make the wrong decision or am I just uncomfortable in the right one? So let's go even deeper in this reading. So we've got our base message that we've already pulled, and we're going to go into this one through the layers. I have several decks that we're going to be looking at to help us kind of pull back the layers of this story so that we know what we're doing, we know why we're doing it, we know where we're headed, and there's no confusion left, because we don't want to be in this anxiety, we don't want to be in this Two of Swords, we want to be in certainty. All right, so we're going to be starting with the Oracle of the Council. So we want the truth beyond emotion. So this is, our high level perspective here. And this is the Oracle of the Council, which is my deck. And the first question that we're asking is, what is actually happening here? We have sacred union. Alchemy of two becoming one, 1221, heart chakra, rose gold, sacred contracts. And so we're looking at this Two of Cups energy. This is what it's about. This is why you made the decision that you made, because you know what partnership looks like. You know what the type of relationship that you are aligned with looks like. And so you're holding your standards, you're planning something new, you're letting it take root. And this is the outcome right here, is that you get the aligned partnership if you can hold yourself through this and let it anchor in and let it, come to you, and you not chase this thing and not just talk yourself out of it as well. So what is being completed or cleared? We have divine feminine, embodied love, living flame, 717, heart chakra, magenta, sacred contracts. And I kind of love this, is the feminine has been sort of leading the way in a lot of the connections. She's been doing, a lot of the spiritual work, the emotional work. She's been holding way more of the load for the, most part. And now it's time for that to be kind of redistributed, recalibrated, so that the masculine has the opportunity to be able to rise in as well. What is trying to come into alignment right now? We have soul retrieval, which is where this 313 keeps coming in. Soul retrieval, calling yourself home, 313, heart chakra, burgundy, the path of transmutation. And so this is the part of you. And so you lose yourself in relationships. And so this is the part of you that says, I can't do that anymore. If I'm ever going to have truly aligned partnership, I have to stand fully in myself, fully in who I am, fully in what I want, fully in what I know. Even when it's scary, even when the answers aren't clear, even when, we have to wait a little bit longer for it. This is the only way we get it, is by holding the line. Okay, heart's hidden secrets. Let's look at what's really being felt underneath of this. And so this is the heart of the matter. So what are they truly feeling right now? Possibilities. So they are looking at all of the possibilities, and they are considering taking a risk. But right now it feels like a risk, because this is what you've asked of them, is a stretch for them. It is growth for them. And so that's why, the old situation had to end, is because it had gotten as far as you could get with the frequencies as they were, because the frequency had become just completely unmatched at that point. And so in order, you had continued to evolve and grow and ascend. And in order for anyone in relation with you to stay in connection with your new vibration, they have to grow as well. Not everybody wants the growth, though. That feels like a risk to a lot of people. And so they're thinking about it and they're trying to see what they're capable of. But this is just again, it feels a little risky. What are they not expressing? Spying, social network, information, ways. They are completely connected to you still. They want to know every step you're taking. They're watching you. So they may have pulled back their energy. They may have said, okay, we're done. This is just how it is. But they are still very much watching everything you're doing, wanting to know, like, how serious this is, if you've moved on. Like, they're watching. So that's not for you to go and entertain. Just know that the connection is still very much there. What emotional conflict is present? We have intuition, heart song, telepathy, inner knowing. This person knows what they need to do. They know the truth of your connection. They know what you've asked for was not too much. They know, like, how they need to stand up. None of that, and they can still feel you with that telepathy card. That they can still feel your energy, and so it's just like they already know. It's not acting on it yet, but they do know what they need to do with this. Okay, so we're going to move next to the Hieronymus Bosch Tarot, because something here feels a little distorted. So let's look where fear or illusion may be creeping in. Okay. So where is fear distorting this situation? We have temptation. There's desire, sex, passion, greed. And so it's really just, you're still being tempted to the old ways, tempted to the old patterns. And that's normal. Whenever you break an old pattern, whenever you break attachments, it's like you're always going to have a little bit of drawback to it. And it's just to see, did you learn the lesson? Are you going to go back? Or did you mean what you said? Are your standards real? And the minute that you drop your standards, you're just right back in the old pattern again. So this is not the time to drop your standards just because you're feeling something. What illusion or story is being created? We have the barrel boy, stillness, patience, inner reflection, restraint. And I think it's that it's the stillness is something bad, that they like that, because you haven't heard anything, or you're not seeing change yet, or you're not seeing movement, that it's not going to come. But that's not what this stillness is for. This stillness is anchoring. This stillness is, like, again, it's letting the roots really, really get in there deep, so that the new patterns can take root, so that the new can come in, that the new foundation can be built. Where could old patterns of self-sabotage be showing up? We have barren of berries, ambition at any cost, desire or broken promises. And so, if you just become completely obsessive, it has to be this person in this way at this time. And if you're really trying to control the way that this turns out, then that's the way that this could be self-sabotaging to you. Because if you can just trust that you made the right decision, that your standards are correct, and that, if you hold them, then either this person will rise to meet them, or someone that is able to will show up instead, then you get to where you want to be. But if you let go right now, you're just going right back into the old pattern that held you in captivity, that you just broke yourself out of. Okay, so let's ground this and see what this situation actually is right now with wisdom of the oracle. This kind of gives us an aerial view of things. All right, so what phase is this connection in? We have go the distance. And so it's not over. If you were thinking that this was over, it's not over for good, because there is stamina here, there is endurance here. This is meant to go the distance, but it has to be in alignment. What dynamic is playing out right now? We have orphan, and this is the illusion. This is separation is an illusion. This is, I've lost everything, but this is really giving you the chance to stand on your own. This card also talks about, like, when children, grow up and they have to, kind of be kicked out of the nest a little bit, that's not abandonment. That is, that is where you get to, really stand in your own self-sufficiency. That's where you get to see, just really who you are, what you're made of. And I mean, that's where like the most pride comes in. Is like when you get to do this, like I did this, look what I did. So it's not that you're being abandoned. It's just the you feel the difference, because it's like you just kind of graduated into adulthood, and this is where responsibility lies. Um, what is the truth of the situation as it stands? We have imagine. Right now, it could be anything that you want it to be. Right now, it's full of potential, but potential is not reality. So right now, it's still kind of forming up what's it going to be. It hasn't even solidified yet of what it's going to be yet, because I think even this other person is still trying to decide what they're capable of and what they want as well. And it's just so like everything's still trying to get into alignment for you, and the alignment comes by holding to the standards. Okay, now let's bring it back to you. We're going to pull in the soul coaching oracle to see what do you need to do with all of this information. Okay. So where should your energy be focused? We have leadership. You're holding the line even in the storm. You're standing there, you're showing the way, you're anchored. You're just fully anchored. And it's like, if you want to meet me, here's the line. Here's where I'm at. It's like, you do not move. You are immovable. Here's my standards. And I just love that it kind of keeps coming back to that line. It's like you're holding this so tightly. If you want this type of relationship, this type of love, this is how we do it. What is your soul guiding you towards? We have gratitude. And I think that when you kind of get to the other side of this and you see like what is actually available to you, that's where, the gratitude just continues to burst forth. But have gratitude for every part of the process right now. Look around you. The more that you can kind of feed into this, you will have more and more things to have gratitude for. So just find every little thing to be thankful for right now and just let that just kind of continue to build. What does alignment look like moving forward? And we have flow. You are not forcing anything. You are living in your creative energy. You are moving with, just as it moves. You're not trying to make it happen. It naturally happens. And that's the difference. It's going back to that page of wands energy that we saw earlier that was just kind of telling us, keep it light. You don't have to force this to be anything. It will naturally get there if you let it. Okay. Trust your vibe. You already know, so let's tap into that. Our next deck is the Trust Your Vibe Oracle. So, what truth do you already know? Take it easy. And so this is, you don't have to force this. You've already done everything that you needed to do. So now you just get to sit back and you get to just have fun and enjoy whatever shows up in front of you, because you're the one that decides whether or not I want to play with this or I don't, and that's all you're doing right now. Just play with the energy. Just be like a child and play with the energy. Is it fun? Is it light? Does it feel good? Yes, I will keep doing this. And if it doesn't, then I will not play with that toy anymore. That's how you're going to look at this. And I know that feels like it's kind of oversimplifying it, but that's really how you get into that flow of just kind of finding joy, just finding the joy and following the joy. Okay. What are you being asked to trust? New beginnings. Yes. Let it anchor. Just because it feels different, just because it's uncomfortable, just because it's taking a little bit longer than what you thought it was going to, doesn't make it wrong. Think about how long it takes for the butterfly to form within that cocoon. It's not an overnight process, and that's the same that you're in right now. It's not an overnight process. You made the decision, you started the new life, and now then you've got to give it time for it to, line up, for it to like fully grow into, this beautiful garden. Okay, what are you overriding? No, where are you overriding your intuition right now? We have assess. Again, that's going back to this where I told you in the base reading, it's like you planted the seed and now you just keep digging up to look to see the progress. You keep digging up to look at the progress. And it's just like, it's never going to get there if you don't just let it sit and incubate for a little bit. You've got to give it the time. And that's what this whole reading says. It's just, this is one of those things. It's not a fast moving thing. It's, an alignment thing. And this part is anchoring it in and getting the foundation so strong that this right here can be solid when it shows up. Okay. So next up, we're going to look at the yes and no and tell me when. So let's look at the current trajectory of things. So is this moving towards alignment? We have no, a whirlwind of events invites chaos. Fortunately, the illusory nature of this situation quickly dissipates. It's replaced by an invigorating sense of hope, an inspiring sense of inviolability, and an invulnerable sense of confidence. Troubles and obstacles strengthen you. And so the troubles that you've gone through, the troubles you experience are the things that are strengthening the bond, the foundation in this new decision that you've made. And is it moving towards alignment right now? I feel like this is the chaos that you're feeling right here. And this will dissipate. What you're seeing right now, because it's like you're in this fog and you're not seeing things clearly with this Two of Swords. You're not seeing it clearly. And so this will dissipate and you will start seeing the proof. You will start seeing things that give you hope again. You will start seeing things that show you, no, this was correct. No, this is lining up. No, this is, like the right decision for me. But it's like you've got to let let all of that tower energy that you've just gotten yourself out of kind of fully dissipate before you judge the decision, because you're still kind of in the rubble of the old and not in the full clear of the new. So that's why it looks not as clear as it is going to look for you. Will action be taken? We have yes. There will be a wave of serenity full of joy and charm. An unexpected chain of events tumbles over you. You are forced to open up more than you usually do and simply trust in your instincts. Peacefully accept yourself as infallible and everything will happen as it should. And so just trust that you made the right decision, that you're going to say the right thing at the right time. You're going to know exactly what you need to do. Don't overthink it. And right now we really, really are. All right. So what is the timing around all of this? When will we finally start getting like some relief from this anxiety and just, I'm not going to say regret, but just concern, deep concern. We have in time for Scorpio season. I think that that's the completion of the transformation, but surely we see it a little bit before that. We have January. So this may be a longer haul situation. I'm going to pull bottom of the deck energy. We have this weekend. So there is some energy movement here, but no, again, we already saw like a lot of slow moving energy earlier. So I don't think it means that you don't get to this. Just know that I don't think that you don't get the reconnection before that time. I think that you need to know that it is a process. This is not just like you jump right into, something new or jump right back in, with the same person into something new. This is something that has to be built brick by brick, layer by layer, step by step. And, it's a methodical and conscious process. That's how you're getting to this energy right here. Okay. I'm going to pull an affirmation energy for us before we close out for this reading. Let's see. An affirmation for this week for those watching. We have, with complete confidence in my sacred fruition, I embrace playfulness, lightness of heart, and abundance of support from the universe. And that's what it kind of kept coming back to as well. It's like, you've got to just have fun right now. Just lighten up. Don't worry about the outcome yet. You're getting there. Just know that you're going to have it. Just know that you're going to have it. Just think about it in that way. If you knew for sure this was going to happen, how would you act differently today? You wouldn't worry quite so much, would you? You would be just like enjoying your life, and it gets here when it gets here, because it's going to happen. I already know it's going to happen. Well, that's the same thing that we're already telling you right now. If you hold your standards, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when does it get here. So just have fun with that. So again, just look at this, look at the colors and the geometry that you're seeing. With complete confidence in my sacred fruition, I embrace playfulness, lightness of heart, and abundance of support from the universe. Okay. So I think we're going to close it out there, and hopefully that gets you feeling more grounded about this situation, feeling more empowered about the decision that you made, and not as susceptible to the temptation that is pulling at you to go back to where you just broke yourself free from. So if you need clarity on your situation, I do offer my truth sessions. And if you're stuck between intuition or overthinking, we have the download that is available for you, plus the body speak. When you get in this place right here, it is just wonderful for you to reconnect with your body. What I love about that app is you have the dialogue with your body, and then you get the prescription of this is what you need to do to support your body right now. And so it's definitely a really valuable tool. You can check it out on my website or in the description box, but my website is theawakenedjen.com. And just a reminder, you didn't make the wrong decision. Right now, you're just learning how to trust yourself again. All right, guys, until next time.